YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Manu here, aka Mr. See It Before It Happens. And today, fellas, we're gonna be going over a lot of these older Club Series games. I titled this the Madden 22 Prep Series because I think we can learn a lot from these older tournament games going into the new year. So I always go back and kind of break down some of the games. So in this game here versus Strap God, what I knew about Strap God is a lot of people told me that he was in this U-Trips formation. Luckily for me, I got the best U-Trips player in the world in my crew in D-Croft, so I knew I was going to be really prepared for this matchup. Also, another thing is I knew Strap God ran this like I think it was like the 335 odd. It had like a glitchy loop defense, so I had to me and others kind of figured out the blocking scheme for that. So here on offense, I'm going to start off. You're going to see me starting off to attack a lot underneath. I'm going to send a lot of 5 out at first to kind of feel him out. And when he shifted his line like that, I honestly was not expecting that pressure because most people don't set it up like that. They spread the D line. So when he shifted the line like that, I was thinking it was going to be more so coverage defense. So he caught me off guard a little bit there. So he gets me on a 2nd and 19. Again, most people are going to give up the underneath stuff here, so I'm just looking to get some yards back here, and that's exactly what we did. Again, he zone dropped here, like most people do. He just didn't want to give up the first down or anything deep to the first down marker, so we were able to attack him underneath, make it a manageable 3rd and 7. And since Strikeout was blitzing me a lot, so you're going to see me hit the flats a lot this game, especially early on, because anytime when you're playing versus the blitz, you either want to block it and go deep, or you want to attack the flats or seams really quickly. So here he gets me on a 4th and 1. Again, you saw me go underneath again. Again, he's been on the tight end side. He's been mainly claw flatting, but he's usually zone dropped or just norm on default there. Drop back to, I would say he's on 10 or 15. So again, I'm going to have those flats open underneath. And since I'm attacking these flats so much underneath earlier in the game, it's going to really benefit me later in the game. Because Strap God at this point, I've been killing him with the flats so far. So he's going to be looking to overcommit later in the game. And you're going to see me take advantage of that. Here, it was a 4th and 1. I was coming out, run the ball. I want the audible down, but man, I ain't gonna do all that when I have a little bit of fun. I don't want to rely on me falling forward, to get it. I've never been a great inside the 5 player for whatever reason. My guys are just broken. Anytime I try to truck on these fullback dives, these quarterback sneaks, so I'm just gonna run here. I have plenty of field. Again, this is not the red zone, so again here I'm gonna look to attack over the middle since the majority of this game. Again, I've been attacking those flats. Again, I still left the flat out there. Again, I was really surprised he left the flat open again because I had killed him in the flat, I think like 3 straight times before that. So you saw on that play, I was really looking to attack over the middle of the field with the ghost route, the hitch, and the post. And I'm going to go to this play again later in the game or later on this drive, but you're going to see that I had actually set up the play wrong. So again, here, Strike God is continuously blitzing me a lot. Really, I think I could have just blocked my running back and, put a crosser on the field. Because in Madden now, like, you can't really blitz like that. If you just block your halfback, you never have to worry about a blitz. So almost anybody can play. I shouldn't say almost anybody, but I feel like sometimes it's a lot easier to play offense because you really don't have to worry about the pressure as much as you used to. But here, I take a sack. So I saw in this last play, he ran double maple. Again, and I'm not expecting him to be someone that kind of tricked me here. I'm expecting him to, he's like, oh, wow, he just had trouble versus double maple. So he's going to do it again. And again, as you saw here, I set up my play wrong, and this ends up messing me up. If you go back to the first down, I put my running back on a ghost route. That's what I meant to do. So when I looked left at the start of the play, I got really confused. And when I noticed I set up the play wrong, it kind of confused me a little bit. So I looked back over the middle of the field late. I know I had the middle open, but again, when I set up the play wrong, it just kind of threw me off a little bit, and then I just ended up having to take the sack. Again, I had the good play call there. I just set up my play wrong. But we're going to go back to that later in the game. Again, here, first drive for Strap God. I felt good going into this because, again, I get to play versus Decroft a lot, and I feel like Decroft runs it the best. So if I can, do pretty good versus Decroft, I can do good versus Strap God. So really, my game plan here on defense was I'll shift styles accordingly on defense. I don't have like one way of playing defense. It really depends on the opponent. If I notice my opponent is not too good on offense, I'm going to play a lot more basic and simple and really try to make them beat me up the field. And from the information I collected from my opponents online, I didn't know anything about Strap God before this. I've never seen Strap God play before this matchup, so I really couldn't make my own assessment of his abilities as a player. So I had to kind of rely on, the people that he played online. And, the people that I played online said he wasn't too good on offense, that he wasn't making good reads. So I decided I played pretty simple on defense this game. I wasn't going to really get ahead of myself here. I was going to make him prove he could beat, one or two setups on defense. So that was kind of my plan going into this again. And if he did just start to play, if I did kind of start to assess, okay, this guy is a good offensive player, he's making good adjustments, then I would have shifted my style on defense. But for the most part in the first half, I did basically the same thing every time on defense. I came in with a good plan for most of his base plays, and he was going to kind of have to prove to me that he could beat him. So here in this 4th and 3, what I've been doing the majority of the game is, so there was like a deep bomb glitch in U-Trip. So what I mean by that is people would put their slot on a fade and they would be able to bomb like the inside third, draw it down with a post route. But here on this 4th and 3, again, this guy made a phenomenal play for me. Usually, the reason why I struck out motion over a flat was to kind of pull out my purple zone. But the purple actually didn't get pulled out really by the flat, which was surprising. And my guy actually made a play on it. So that was huge for me. I honestly didn't expect him to play that. So shout out to that guy for showing out for me. But here, back in offense, I'm not really on the first drive, I know what I got to do. I feel like I just set up my play wrong. And here, again, we are actually going to block the running back here. A lot of times, I'll send 5 out to kind of feel out the game. Again, I would say I'm more of a 5 out offensive player. I'll probably send 5 out more than really any offensive player, honestly. But here in the red zone, again, most people are going to kind of look to protect the silence here. So I believe I was kind of trying to attack him over the middle of the field here. And you're going to see, man, I got the streak here. That soft followed for so long. And when I saw the soft follow for so long, I kind of looked it off. Again, I didn't expect him to, I was kind of looking at the streak early. But once I saw that soft squat just drop like that, I was like, I thought he was going to keep going. I didn't know exactly what zone that was. And then I noticed at the end of the play, I saw him at the back of the end zone, but I was like, man, he might bounce. So let me just throw this in route instead. And it ends up coming back to bite me here. Again, 2nd and 2, man. At the 3, it's just like, bro, please, God, let me fall forward. Let me get a lucky truck animation. And again, I wish in Madden you could just kind of quarterback sneak again and you get like a yard. I don't know. They just make a rocket science now. So here, they're going to try to go with the fullback dive. And again, bro, I've had a broken fall forward animation for the past like 5 years, and man, my guys just don't want to fall forward. Again, everybody down here is just trying to kind of get lucky in the red zone. And again, I was trying to I have Derrick Henry just come on, please fall forward. That's kind of my game plan. So again, Henry was not feeling that. I probably could have hit him with a pass here, but I was like, man, it's 2nd and 2. Bro, it's 2nd and 2 at the 3. It's just like, damn, like just fall forward, please. But man, he really stopped me inside the 3. I was sick. But what I've seen so far in offense is basically he plays really. Most people play really simple on defense, so he's mainly like we either blitz out of like a cover two look, blitz five out of cover two look, or run double maple. So again, we're gonna adjust to that later in the game. And they're back on offense for him. So again, he didn't really show me too much on that first drive. So again, I'm gonna make him prove that he can beat the best setup that I have for him on defense. So here, and honestly, Strap God should have gone to this more. I had a good. I knew that he ran this play a lot, and I kept setting up the defense wrong. There was something that I did that I kind of forgot about in the game, and this play was honestly killing me. And I'm glad he didn't go back to it, and he really should have gone back to this play more. Every time he went to this play, it worked. But here, as you see, I got RB again. RB is manned up so he doesn't deep on me. Also, what I did was I took my slot cornerback, and you're going to see me watch here. I'm going to touch the slot cornerback at the start of the play. The reason I do that is so when they motion over the guy on a post route, again, the slot cornerback's going to stay there. If I don't touch him, he's going to move into the line. He's going to get beat by the post. Since he's coming from that far across the field, look how he plays that post route now. He plays the post route perfectly. Since I touched him from the start, since he's crossed me like 20 yards across the field. So again, there's three benefits to manning up RB and U-trips and touching the guy is one, I'm not going to give up the deep bomb. Two, I'm not going to give up the corner out, which is really one of the only ways to attack the right side and U-trips. And it's also going to protect me against that motion over post that people like to do a lot. So and here, 3rd and 16. Again, this was a really good play by Strap God. Just being patient here, getting more than half the yards back here and made it a really manageable 4th and 4. And that's what you got to do in those situations is just kind of take your yards underneath. Most people are going to be protecting the first down marker, and that's what I was doing. And Strap God cooked up a good play right here. Well, on that third and 16, he cooked up a good play. This play right here, man, this play was bullshit. You'll see right here what I mean. I don't know what he was doing here. He ended up calling the timeout, but I don't know. The play he called in this fourth and 4 was pretty wild. And not only was it pretty wild, wild play happens as well. Again, right here, I feel like Strap God's he's just a little uncomfortable on offense right now. Again, he just had everybody running in the middle of the field, and he caught this pass somehow, some way. This got caught. Again, I think Strap God's again. He's just uncomfortable on offense right now. For most of the game so far, he hasn't really had too many guys open, and I think he at this point he's just trying to freestyle, and that was just not a good freestyle play. And he had like 3 people running in the same area over the middle of the field. I will say, even though Strap God, I feel like didn't play good offense in the first half. I was able to stop majority of his plays. He did start to make some good adjustments, progressing into the game. And this is what I mean, like right here. So I was giving up that right sideline or the U-trip sideline because if you don't have that, because you really only had that corner out from the slot, so I was kind of hard fighting the U-trip side. Again, he should have gone to that play a little bit more as well. And here, I noticed that he was starting to get a little comfortable in offense again. The last play he called was really good versus the defense. I was doing versus him. So again, I decided to just keep him a little bit off balance here. He's been sending a lot of 5-out, so I want to mix in the pressure. Again, here he's going to do this little motion over, and again, he should have gone back to that slant and post more. And again, I got caught on this linebacker here. I don't believe Strap God saw me because, again, most people aren't going to start on their outside linebacker. And I'm guessing he just didn't see me at all. But I was able to lurk him. Not even really lurk him. He just kind of threw that at me. I'm guessing he just didn't see me at all. Again, here back on offense. Again, I feel like I've played good offense this game. Again, got stopped inside the 3, and on the other stop you got, I feel like I had called a good play. Again, I just set it up wrong. And I'm going to go right back to the play I set up wrong in that 3rd and 12. And again, we stay patient here and hit and kill him. Again, I had this earlier in the game on the drive. I got stopped. I just set it up wrong. Again, hit him with um, the hitch, the ghost, and the pulse route. Again, I call that the triangle concept just because of the spacing over the middle of the field. Again, each route has like 10, 15 yards of space in between each other. It's going to be impossible to lurk all those routes over the middle of the field. So again, right here, Strikeout's really looking to protect the silence, or he's been looking to protect the silence majority of the game. So again, we're going to kind of call a play to attack him over the middle of the field. Again, no better play than the tight end post over the middle of the field, especially down in the red zone, as well as like little curl, little hitch on opposite sides. Again, here, this was accidental run stick here. Again, I usually don't make plays like this, and I honestly was not trying to purposely, cut like that. But again, it ended up looking good for me. So again, we'll take it. Again, I'm feeling good on offense. Again, he's playing really simple on defense. It's mainly just kind of blitz 5 out of a cover 2 look or double maple. Again, here coming out of half, again, Strikeout's on a. He's starting to, as the game progressed, starting to figure out what I was doing on defense a little bit. If this game went on longer, I would have played. I would have shifted my style on defense a little bit more. I would have started adjusting a little bit more. Versus U trips, you got to play it a lot differently than like a bunch, or I guess trips kind of is a little bit similar. But versus U trips, I'm more focused on, taking away the best plays and making good coverage adjustments, whereas maybe versus a bunch, I'm a little bit more focused on blitzing it a little bit more. But again, here, this is a good play by Strap God. He's getting super unlucky on this drive because I'm double mapling the lone side receiver because you got that motion over corner. And again, I'm hard finding the U trip sideline, so again, he's starting to pick up on what I was doing a little bit. So, but again, he's kind of down 10 here. So, again, I'm gonna kind of continue to see how he plays this out. Because again, I feel like versus U trips, you got to play a little bit more aggressive with the coverage adjustments. But here, again, I'm gonna lurk on this outside linebacker. And again, 7 months ago when I played this game, again, I did have like a good strategy in place when he did this. I don't remember exactly why now I was doing this. I just remember I had trouble guarding this motion over slant and post play when I was on that middle linebacker. So again, I was playing a little unorthodox there, but I really wanted that mid read on the field. I know that because the mid read did a good job of guarding that post over the middle field when he motioned over his outside receiver. So again, when he motions over Mostert here, we really got to look for this post from the lone side receiver. He's been starting to do that a little bit more. And again, here, I think Strap God's making a mistake that a lot of newer players will make is he's just kind of going through the rotation right now. I think he could have he's had some plays during this game that were good versus what I was doing, and I think he definitely needs to go back to them now. I think he's just mixing it up on offense right now for no reason. And here he's basically calling a new play on offense every time, and a lot of times you don't really have to do that. Sometimes you can just kind of repeat the same offensive setup. Again, what he was doing was pretty unnecessary on offense. But again, until he was showing me that he was like really consistent on offense versus what I was doing, again, I was gonna kind of play fairly basic. Uh, Good play there by him. Again, I just wanted to keep him off balance with the blitz. Again, like I said, if I was playing Decroft, even though I play the player, not the formation. Again, I was playing Decroft, I would play the game completely different. I don't play all U trips the same. Again, Strapgod's gonna kind of have to show me um, what he's got. But again, here, this is uh, this is a bad user by me, but I just feel like it's just kind of natural to move with the quarterback. Again, I feel like I see a lot of people do this too. Anytime someone rolls out one way, and they have a route going the other way, I know that was the only guy I had to guard. It's just natural a lot of times just to kind of drift with the quarterback because you don't expect him to throw a crossbody. So that's kind of what went on there. But again, now strike guide is inside the 10, and this is the hardest part of the field to score. You saw me; I got stopped inside the 3 on a 2nd and 2. So, and I'm really hoping I can get my red zone stop right back. So here, really on the red zone on defense, you gotta watch out. There's really not too much to watch out for. You just can't give up like a skinny post over the middle, or like curls over the middle of the field, or like these running back wheel routes. So most of the times, people are just gonna have like a lot of hook zones and stuff over the middle of the field to defend those curls, running back wheels, man up the running back. And here, 3rd and goal at the 3. I have no clue what this is. I believe this might have been the play that I ran commit because I don't expect him to run or I actually was expecting a run. I did run commit here because, again, he's on the short side of the field and a random single back for him. I think I'm going to run commit again. And again, I didn't know that. I've never really seen this before. He was in some single back form with, I guess it was like an RPO stretch. So, I just really wasn't expecting that. That's why I hit him with the run commit there. Again, back on offense here. Again, we're gonna kind of stick with what's been working. Again, he's been playing really simple. I don't have to do too much on offense here. Again, I saw something on this play, and I'm gonna go back to it later in the game. So what Strap God did on that last play, and I'll actually go back, is Strap God, he hard flatted his outside corner because this is why, attacking the flat so early was beneficial. Look how aggressive Strap got on defense here. Um, Again, I've been killing him with the flat game. He hard flats his outside corner, and then he runs deep with the streak here on the left sideline. So I'm going to remember that for later in the game. I saw that, and I'm 99% sure he's going to go back to a setup like that later in the game just because I've been killing him with the flat all game. So, um, here's 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1, you got to test him with the run, right? He didn't really look like he was in run defense. Again, I don't really run too much, but again, if you're going to just not set up run defense, then, I got to take my yards. But here, starting to get to the most important part of the game. 4th quarter. I really need 7 here. I do not want to, only be up by 6. I really want to go up by 2 possessions here. Getting stops in the red zone was huge, and calling the wrong play in the first drive was huge. So, again, here I take the sack here. Again, what I noticed, so again, he's doing the hard flat on the tight end side, and he only has a deep half on the left side of the field. So again, I noticed that, and I feel like he's more the type of the player to kind of run the same defense back to back. So I'm expecting him to run the same defense back to back. Again, that's not how I approach every player, but I feel like he's the type of player to run the same defense back to back, and he does. So able to get my yards right back here. And if you guys remember from earlier this drive, again, this is the time I'm expecting him to give up the free touchdown. Again, I'll say that out of all my skills in offense, I feel like this is something that not too many people or people will kind of overlook sometimes. I feel like the most important skills in offense are anticipation and adjusting on the fly. And I'm going to call a timeout here because, again, I'm really expecting him to go back to what he did on the first play of this drive. Again, I've been absolutely killing him with the flats all game, so I'm not going to put a flat on the I'm not going to put a flat here on the field. I've done that all game. If he gives up another flat on the biggest play of the game, then congratulations to Strap God. But I really knew he wasn't going to give up the flat. Again, really was expecting a hard flat. I was expecting him to do something with his safety as well. I noticed that earlier in the game he manned up his free safety on my tight end. His outside cornerback was in a flat. I was anticipating that same exact setup again on the biggest play of the game. And again, I'm gonna freestyle a little bit on offense here. I'm gonna adjust on the fly. This is not a play that I usually do, but again, this variation of this play that I called, I knew it was going to be any possible defense he's put on the field this game. There was no way that Strapguy could have possibly anticipated what I was doing on offense because I've never called this play before, actually. I've never called this play in like rep games. It's not a setup I use, but I knew it was a setup that would be good for what every single setup that Strapguy has done this game, and I called it on the biggest play of the game. Again, last time on that first down, again, it was a flat on the outside, and his free safety was man up on my tight end, so I knew the deep left part of the field was wide open. He had to go and use that himself, so I put a streak here again, anticipating the hard flat on the outside. I knew that if he did the free safety man up on the tight end, the in route would beat it, and even if I was wrong, maybe he wasn't going to get aggressive here. I called a play that would beat double maple as well because, again, I have that little pulse over the middle of the field and an in route. So, again, unless Strapguy just decided to call a completely different defense that he's never called the entire game, again, maybe he stops me here, but I feel like there's a 99% chance I was getting a first down in this play. And, again, he got really super duper aggressive. Again, I was right, anticipated it perfectly, and I was able to get the free touchdown here on this play to go up by 10, and basically I felt like the game was really over at this point. Again, back on defense here. We caught shotgun slipping. And I always say that's probably my greatest skill on offense is I'm always going to play a little loose on offense. I'm going to adjust on the fly, have good anticipation. And, I always tell people sometimes you got to play outside of your predetermined set of plays on offense. I feel like I do that better than most offensive players. And that's what really separated me in this game is, again, sometimes you gotta design a play on the fly that can beat specifically what your opponent is doing. Again, not every opponent is going to play the same on defense. Again, you got to play the player, not the form. And right here, man, he popped me again with this play again. And if you're a strap guard, again, you got to notice this. Strap guard has killed me with this play every single time he's ran it. There is no need to mix it up here. I don't know why he's doing that. Again, if this game had continued any longer, I would have started to play a little bit differently on defense. But again, I don't know why he's doing this. Again, he's killed me with. There's 2 or 3 plays he's really killed me with. Strap guard right now is just stopping himself on offense. Again, he has plays there to beat what I'm doing, and he's not going back to them for whatever reason. Again, he's switching it up for no reason right now. And again, I don't know what he really. Every time he motions over the outside receiver, I'm expecting the slant and the other thing. But again, right here, why? Why mix it up? But again, here, this should have been a pick. If it clicks me onto the right guy here, I would have picked him off. And for whatever reason, it clicked me onto the guy that couldn't pick him. So again, that's just how it is with the click-on system this year. They just click you onto the wrong guy all the time. It's unreal, but it is what it is. Again, that was a great play here by Strap. I don't know how I gave the flat there. Again, like I said, I will give Strap credit for it because I feel like he was starting to freestyle a little bit in the second half. But honestly, I can't say I've never really seen. This is the first time I've seen Strap play is versus me, so I really don't know how he plays. I don't know if these are plays that he typically calls. So I don't know if I can give him the credit for freestyling or not, or adjusting on the fly. So it's hard to say because I've never really played him before. Uh, but again, I do feel like he kind of found some plays here, but for whatever reason, he just made the mistake of just switching it up for no reason on offense. Um, but like I said, if this game had gone on longer, I would have shifted styles a little bit on defense here. So I told myself, just based off what people were telling me that he wasn't great on offense. So again, usually when I'm playing something that's not is known to not be too great on offense, I'm not going to do too much on defense either. But no, if someone's a little bit better on offense, again, I'm going to be a little bit more exotic, mix it up a lot more. So again, it really just kind of depends on the opponent how I'm going to play. Um, I really don't have my preferred style is basically whatever they don't like or whatever I know they don't like. So, but here, uh, huge stop right here. Thank God. I mean, got my red zone stop back. So right here in this situation, I really just got to clock out the game. I'm at my own 3. There's no need to pass here. Bro, if I pass here and I take a sack, oh, that would have been uh, that would have been really bad. There's no need to pass here. You can't risk taking the safety here. Up 10 with 2.5 minutes left. Again, we just got to kind of take away his timeouts again. There's no chance I'm calling a pass play here. Cannot risk taking a safety here. And I don't believe he's going to be able to shoot this inside zone. So I feel like we're just going to get a couple yards. But really, I'm just trying to chew the clock here. And luckily, we're going to get that first down. And that's basically going to be game. At this point in the game, he's really going to need... He would need an onside kick to win this game. Because if I run 3 times, he takes the timeouts. By the time, if I got ball back on offense, even if he scored 7, I would be able to clock out the rest of the game. So at this point, I know that Strap guy needs an onside kick to win. Again, the chances of getting an onside kick are as great chances of walking outside right now and getting struck by lightning. It's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to run the ball 3 times. And I believe I should be on conservative. Really, I could have even needed. Well, actually, no, he's not even calling his timeouts here, which was interesting. And honestly, I don't mind that decision to kind of hold on to the timeouts because, potentially, if he gets just for whatever reason, scores in one play here, he gets the ball back with 30 seconds, scores in one play. I got the ball back on offense. He could take his 3 timeouts. He'd get the ball back with like 15 seconds, no timeouts still. Well, again, that's just highly unlikely. But either way, he's in a really tough situation here. And again, that's basically gonna be game. And if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'll try to get back to as many of you guys in the comments. And guys, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Did you enjoy this content? What other content would you like to see? I was thinking of breaking down more Club Series games like this, breaking down games from other competitors. So let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. I appreciate you all. I'm out.